Town Dandelion is an anime I never heard anyone mention minus a friend of mine who only watched a single episode, so I just assumed it was nothing special, so I never watched it back in 2015 when it aired. And in some ways I'm glad I didn't, as binging this gem in one sitting was really an enjoyable experience, more so than if I would have watched weekly. Now even if you have yet to watch this anime, I will refrain from spoilers as the ending and only one character's trait is the only thing I really could spoil, and I won't do that. So fear not, if you are planning to watch this anime at a later date, my video won't ruin it for you. One thing that I can really respect is any medium that can take a large cast and give everyone room to shine without feeling like some or most are pushed aside in favor of who appears to be the main character. Generally the best I see is most get enough time to feel fleshed out while one or two are swept to the side. And generally that's really solid, as a large cast of characters in a short time frame to make them enjoyable, believable, and realistic isn't an easy thing to do. And when it comes to anime, 9 times out of 10, the anime you are watching was adapted from a completed or ongoing source material that has the time to develop everyone at their own pace, but when most anime are capped at 12 to 24 episodes, it's hard to do so. Now when I saw Town Dandelion in my Funimation queue, I thought to myself, this seems to have a large cast of characters that I'm sure won't develop or impress me, minus a few, and with only 12 episodes, I doubt I'll get a fully fleshed out and detailed story. And boy was I wrong. Not only did I get a fully completed story that feels like I didn't need to go read the manga, I got an ending, but it does the thing of leaving it open for more, that if they wanted, they could do more. But even more importantly and impressive, they took every single character in this large family of royalty and gave each and every one of them room to shine for me to feel like I got to know them, saw their weaknesses and strengths, and felt like they weren't just shoved inside in favor of another character. To give you a general idea of what this anime is about, for those who haven't seen it, the story follows a family of royalty set in a modern town, nothing out of the ordinary, minus everyone in this family having one unique power. Their father, the king, lets him live a normal life, go to a normal school, live in a normal house, but like any overprotective father, and since he is the king, he has security cameras and guards around every corner to make sure that his children are safe. He sets up an election within his family to decide which of his children will be king or queen after him. So they must campaign, fight, and do whatever it takes to gain the support of the people. And you more or less get a reality TV style show with individual stories and mini arcs spread throughout. And also a lot of really solid comedy and witty writing. Now this family is quite large. We have the king and the queen and their 9 children. The king and the queen feel more like a supporting cast, while the anime aims your focus towards the children, which is perfectly fine and acceptable. You get great moments of comedy in supporting roles for them, but even they get a great backstory episode midway through the season. People like Aoi, the most popular and mature of the children, has friends who will show up throughout the season, and even they feel like they serve a purpose, and you get to see how much they truly care about Aoi. Whenever a character is on screen for more than just being a backdrop or to fill the scenes as to not make it look empty like in a classroom, every character feels like they have some sort of important role and just feel human. Sure, not every character's like Aoi's friends develops, but not every character needs to. What a story should do is make you feel like the characters belong and fit more than just a role to make it work, so the character has someone to talk to or interact with. And that's exactly what Town Dandelion does, and does very well. All the central main characters, the 9 children of this royal family, get at least one episode, and some like Akane, the embarrassed and shy daughter who can't go anywhere alone, and more times than not uses her powers to make her and others gravity change, resulting in quite a few panty shortcomings, has multiple episodes to grow and develop her character, not just so she can win the election, but to understand herself better and figure out who she is and the rest truly want to be in life. Because of the setting, it all lets these characters campaign for the throne in a different and unique way, bringing out their strengths and weaknesses so they can conquer them and better themselves as a person, and their individual powers makes it all the more interesting. Because this is set in a world where everyone has their eyes fixed on this family, it leaves so many opportunities open to both failing and conquering issues. Being watched 24/7 by your family or society, always having to be what people want you to be, trying to show why you're the better choice for the throne than your siblings, lets every character's pop, shine, and fail in their own brilliant ways. Seeing how each of the siblings learn alone or together with their favorite brother or sister is one of the most charming and personal stories I've seen in the anime form. You feel for every character, you want them all to win, as they all have such great personalities, and though some like Kanade may seem self-centered at first glance, the anime makes sure you see the full picture before the final episode to make sure you care for her too. Hell, I hate children characters as well, as I just hate children, but the 2 youngest, Shiori and Teru, are goddamn adorable and as sweet as can be. Every episode, which is comprised of 2 to 3 stories, makes you laugh, feel, or just have a blast with its absurdity and brilliance. Never did I feel like any of the 12 episodes were mediocre or meh. From the first episode, it set the standard and followed through till the end, and at times even went above and beyond. From the damn fine voice acting with Funimation's English dub, to the great visual presentation that never dips, to the compelling story of wanting to know who will be the next king or queen, to wanting to know how each of these characters will grow, I was completely immersed and hooked from episode 1 up until the last. Having an average of a 7 out of 10 on places like my anime list, which is a good score in my books, I think this anime went far too underappreciated. For taking 12 episodes, 9 siblings, and a fairly decent sized supporting cast, making me care for each and every one of them, keeping the standard alive and breathing from the first episode up until the last, this is as close to perfect as I've seen. I love this anime so damn much, and I could see myself rewatching this multiple times. Time management is a very difficult thing to master, even more so in a short time frame. Yet Town Dandelion proved it can be done. I know there have been plenty of anime that have done the same thing, but for such a unique and interesting premise, with a 100% likable and intriguing cast, I think this anime impresses me the most out of any anime I've seen when it comes to developing a cast in such a short amount of time. Every bit of detail is so cute and sweet to me. This family is breathtaking by how much love and care they really do have for one another, and seeing the bonds characters like Mizuki and Haruka have, to Kanade and Shu overcoming a tragic incident from the past, Tera and Shiori's cute as hell little brother and sister bond they have going from them always made me smile. Akane struggled to not be embarrassed in publics, Hikari's growth of becoming something without the help of her name to back it, and Aoi just wanting to have a normal and peaceful life. These characters are brilliant, and because of the phenomenal pacing and story structure, the time management department was 100% on point and let every character flourish in their own unique way, and by the end I didn't feel like I didn't see enough of any one character. I got to know them all and see them grow and fail and come out stronger by the end, and even got to see who the next ruler would be. If they made a season 2, I would be overjoyed, but this concluded in such a way I am content with what I have, and I know where all these characters ultimately ended up in their life. If you haven't watched Town Dandelion, do yourself a favor and do so. The setting is new and unique, the characters are all lovable with a great family bond to tie them all together, and overall it's just funny and entertaining with its absurd use of powers that are honestly really clever at times, such as Kanade's, who can create anything but the price of the creation is extracted from her bank account, so yes, just watch it. For me, it's the anime with the best use of time management I've seen, but for most who will watch it, you'll just have an overall great time.